Now that we've created this, let me show you something else you can do, which is you can get input from the user, and that's quite useful um, because you want information from the user. So let's go ahead and create a program using inputs. So I'm going to say name equals blank. So name equals absolutely nothing right now. And that's called initializing a variable to a empty state. So that's good. You might say if it was a number, you might set it to 0. And then I'm going to say, and you don't need this blank line, but blank lines make it a little bit easier. Name to read equals input with an N. Input parentheses, what is your name? Okay, so now name is going to be set to something, and then say print hello, comma, name, comma, how are you today? Okay, so let's go ahead and run this program, see what happens. What is your name? My name is Fred. Hello, Fred. How are you today? Okay, let's run this again. What is your name? Bob. And hello, Bob. How are you today? So input always returns a string. So what I mean by that is, let's say we have, and strings aren't always what you need, so let's say we have a new variable called number. Number equals 0. And then we say number equals input. What number do you have in mind? Okay. And this has to be in quotes, this string here. And then it says print your number plus 3 is, and then we'll go here, print number plus 3. So this is not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and run it. I'll show you what happens. So run. It's going to say, what number do you have in mind? I have the number 10 in mind. And then it's going to give me an error. And the error it gives me is type error. Cannot concatenate a string and an int object. So concatenate means shove together. And I can't do that with a string and an integer object. So the problem is that when you use input here, what number becomes is a string. So we need to tell the computer that actually it is a number. So we're going to add another line. Number equals int number. So the int command right here says, please take this thing, which is a string, and turn it into an integer. So since it's 3, make the number 3, and then if we say, or I'm sorry, since it's a number, turn it into a number, and now we can add it to 3. So let's go ahead and run this. What number do you have in mind? 10. Your number plus 3 is 13. Run. What number do you have in mind? 300. Oops. Gotta go over here. What number do you have in mind? 300. And your number plus 3 is 300. Now let's say we do this, and the user puts in this answer. What number do you have in mind? 300. It should give me another error. Okay, now it's giving me an error because it's trying to turn the word 300, or the words 300, into an integer. And that doesn't work. 300, you can't turn it into a base 10 integer. So we'll solve that problem in a second, but as long as you don't type 300, it'll work. So what we just learned how to do here is to get a string and also how to turn it into a number if we want to do that.